Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the solved question paper of 2023 GATE Geology question paper, and I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, GATE, GSI and other exams. Welcome to first set. Coming to the first question. Which one of the following is a chronostratigraphic unit? A. Member, B. Stage, C. Acme, D. Zone. So the correct answer is stage. Stage is a chronostratigraphic unit. A stage is the lowest ranking unit in the chronostratigraphic hierarchy, and that can be recognized on a global scale. So a stage is defined by its boundary stratotypes. So here the correct answer is B. Stage is the correct answer. Next question. During contact metamorphism with increasing temperature, what will happen? A. The ratio of volume to surface area of mineral grains increases. B. The ratio of volume to surface area of mineral grains decreases. C. The reaction kinetics becomes slower. And D. Hydrous minerals become more stable. So the correct answer is the ratio of volume to surface area of mineral grains increases. So contact metamorphism, it occurs adjacent to the igneous intrusions, and this results from high temperatures which are associated with igneous intrusions. And since only a small area surrounding the intrusion is heated by the magma, metamorphism is restricted to the zone surrounding the intrusion, and it is called a metamorphic or contact aureole. And the ratio of volume to surface area of the mineral grains increases during contact metamorphism. So A is the correct answer. Next question. The dimension of dynamic viscosity is A. M L minus 1 T minus 2, B. M L minus 1 T minus 2, C. M L square T minus 1, and D. M0 L0 T0. So the correct option is B. M L minus 1 T minus 1. Next question. At a depth of about 400 kilometers inside the earth, which one of the following occurs? A. Conversion of most silicates to parascoid structure. B. Conversion of plagioclase peridotite to spinel peridotite. And C. Transformation of olivine to spinel structure. And D. Conversion of spinel peridotite to plagioclase peridotite. So at a depth of about 400 kilometers inside the earth, olivine will transform to spinel structure. So from 200 to 400 kilometers depth, the velocity of the S waves, it gradually increases again until reaching 400 kilometers transition zone, and where here the S wave velocity increases rapidly, and this increase may be associated with the change in the crystal structure of olivine to a closer atomic packing, and that is referred to spinel structure. So C, transformation of olivine to spinel structure is the correct answer. Next question. Equatorial radius of which one of the following planets is closest to that of the Earth? A. Mercury, B. Venus, C. Mars, D. Neptune. So the correct option is Venus. The planet Venus is almost equal in size to the planet Earth, and the radius of planet Earth is 6,371 kilometers, whereas the radius of the planet Venus is 6,052 kilometers. So both the Earth and Venus are rocky planets which has almost the same density. So B, Venus is the correct option. Next question. Variation of Boger anomaly obtained along a profile after applying all the necessary corrections is due to A. Topographic undulation above the datum plane, B. Increase in densities of crustal rocks with depth, C. Lateral density variations, and D. Vertical density contrast across moho. So the variation of Boger anomaly obtained along a profile after applying the necessary corrections is due to lateral density variations. It appears that the Boger anomalies are overcompensated due to the application of the higher density correction. The variation of the gravity anomaly with variable density, this is processed at the mean sea level, and it shows less pronounced gravity high between 10 to 16 kilometers of the profile. So C, lateral density variations is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following Phanerozoic periods has the shortest duration of the time? A. Cambrian, B. Devonian, C. Cretaceous, and D. Silurian. So obviously Silurian, it has the shortest duration of the time, and here the date range is 443.8 million years ago to 419.2 million years ago. And here this has the shortest length duration of the time that can be represented as 24.6 million years. So this is almost around 0.54% of the geologic time. So that's why it has the shortest duration of the time. Next question. Based on the given mineral proportions, which one of the following statements is correct? A. Here the rock is given and the mineral proportions are given. The rocks are represented by X, Y, Z and like that, and mineral proportions. So X, it is represented by olivine, orthoclase, orthopyroxene, clinopyroxene, 50:30:20, and Y, that's represented by plagioclase, alkali feldspar quartz, which is a ratio of 25, 45 and 30, and Z, it has been represented by biotite, plagioclase, alkali feldspar quartz and containing 20, 25, 35 and 20. So based on these proportions, the statements like A, Y is more felsic compared to X and Z, B, X is more felsic compared to Y and Z, and C, Z is more felsic compared to X and Y, and D, Y is most felsic and Z is the most mafic. So based on the proportions, the statements like if you see Y, the rock Y, which is represented by plagioclase, percentage of 25, alkali feldspar 45 and quartz 30. So this is more felsic when compared to like a biotite, which is represented by 20, plagioclase 35, alkali feldspar 35 and quartz 20. So A is the correct option. Next question. The correct sequences of electromagnetic radiation in terms of increasing wavelengths is or are A. Gamma ray, which is less than UV, UV is less than near infrared, and B. X-ray, which is less than visible light, and next is which is less than thermal infrared, and C. Microwave, which is less than visible light and which is less than the radio wave, and D. Microwave, which is less than thermal infrared and which is less than near infrared. So the correct sequences of electromagnetic radiation in terms of increasing wavelengths are both A and B is the correct option, because here gamma ray, which is less than UV, UV is less than near infrared, and also X-ray is less than visible light and visible light is less than thermal infrared. So both A and B are the correct options. Next question. Which one of the following mineral pairs show solid solubility through coupled substitution of elements? A. Albite anardite, B. Albite orthoclase, C. Grasular andradite, and D. Jadeite aegirite. So albite anardite pair, it shows solid solubility through coupled substitution. So it exhibits solid solution series, and it's these are from group of the plagioclase group of minerals. So A. Albite anardite is the correct option. Next question. The behavior of trace elements in magmatic system follows which law? A. Henry's law, B. Raoult's law, C. Fick's second law, and D. First law of thermodynamics. The behavior of trace elements in magmatic system, it follows Henry's law. So the behavior of trace elements, it depends on whether they reside as traces in the major minerals or are essential structural components in accessory minerals. In the first case, like trace elements obey Henry's law and are almost ideal for modeling in behavior of major minerals during igneous processes. So the behavior of trace elements in magmatic system follows Henry's law. A is the correct option. Next question. In which of one of the given mass extinction events, global cooling that resulted in glaciation and lowering of sea level is considered as major cause of the extinction for more than 50% of marine fauna? A. Cretaceous to Paleogene, B. Permian to Triassic, C. Ordovician to Silurian, and D. Holocene. So the mass extinction during Ordovician Silurian, it has been resulted in glaciation and lowering of the sea level, and this is the major cause of extinction for more than 50% of the marine fauna. And this around 443 million years ago, 85% of all species of the earth, they went extinction in the Ordovician Silurian extinction, and this extinction was most likely as a result of the global cooling and reduced sea levels, which dramatically they have impacted the marine species living in warm, shallow and coastal waters. So C, Ordovician to Silurian is the correct option. Next question. Processes of fossilization affecting an organism from its death to burial under sediments come under the study of A. Biostratigraphy, B. Biostratigraphy, C. Taphonomy, D. Taxonomy. So the process of fossilization affecting an organism from its depth to burial under sediments, it comes under the study of biostratigraphy. Biostratigraphy processes these affect the organic remains during the deposition and before final burial, such as dissociation, scavenging, bioerosion, transport, breakage, etc. So, A, biostratigraphy is the correct option. Next question. Rhodochrosite in hand specimen is most likely to be confused with certain varieties of A, Polasterite, B, orthoclase, C, gypsum, D, biotite. So, rhodochrosite, it's likely to be confused with certain varieties of orthoclase. Rhodochrosite is a mineral that is a source of manganese, and it is known for its brilliant and transparent yellow, pink, or rose or cherry red colors, and it is often confused with varieties of orthoclase feldspar. B is the correct option. Next question. Which of the following is not essential property of a mineral? A, natural occurrence, B, regular internal structure, C, fixed composition, and D, solid state. So, not the essential property of the mineral means generally all the minerals will have fixed composition. So, this is not an essential property of mineral like fixed composition. Next question. The number of lattice points in a face-centered cubic unit cell is A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, D, 4. So, number of lattice points in a face-centered cubic unit cell is 4. D, 4 is the correct option. Next question. All the traces of an octahedron can be collectively symbolized by A, 111. So, like this, there are different expressions of this symbol. A, 111, B, 111 brackets, and C, 111, and D, 111 in this flower bracket. So, the faces, all the faces of an octahedron can be collectively symbolized by it. So, here D is the correct option. Next question. Shallow focus earthquakes with tensional focal mechanisms are characteristic of A, subduction zones, B, continental shear zones, C, transform faults, D, mid-oceanic ridges. So, the correct option is mid-oceanic ridges. Shallow focus earthquakes, they appear to be associated with mid-oceanic ridges with the mountain ranges in the interior of the continents of Europe and Asia, and with the mountains and oceanic trenches that surround the Pacific Ocean. So, shallow focus earthquakes with focal mechanism, these are characteristic of mid-oceanic ridges. Next question. 90% of the bulk earth is constituted of iron, silica, oxygen, and A, aluminium, B, calcium, C, magnesium, and D, sodium. So, 90% of the bulk earth is constituted of iron, silica, oxygen, and magnesium. So, C is the correct option. Next question. Which of the following is RR slope stabilization method or methods? So, we have to identify two or more, something like that. A, bolting, B, application of shotcrete, C, use of impression packer, D, use of geogrid. So, the correct options are D, use of geogrid, B, bolting, and B, application of shotcrete. So, A, B, and D are the correct options. Hope you have followed these questions. See you in the next video. Hope you can subscribe for this for more questions and for more important information. Thank you.